test. So Monday is okay. Next Monday will be 25th. So SAT1 test. This is counted. So it's around 8% out of 70%. Okay, 8% SAT1. So it will be on 25th, 5 p.m. Duration is 1 hour. Okay, so since we are doing online, you need to have 2 devices. Okay, you need to have 2 devices. One is to show me your working table, to show me your okay, that you are working on it. Okay, the other one is to download the question from Times. Are you clear? Hello? Any question on that?
We download from the PC, right?
You download from PC or whatsoever, up to you.
Okay.
If anyone you can download onto your iPad, then you work on your iPad also is okay for me. If those who cannot print out your paper, what you can do is you can write on a piece of paper your answer. Are you clear? Okay or not? That is how we are going to run our online test. So everyone have to log in at 5 o'clock, and we will most probably, I check everyone through, then we will start at around, depend on how fast are you. So we'll start around 5:15 or 5:30. Then we will, if we start at 5:15, we'll end at 6:15. Okay. After that, you have to email to me at this address. In PDF form. One file. Are you okay? And I will give you around 15 minutes to do so. If later than that, then what I will do is I will really text you. If you have any problem, you better tell me. So you don't have to tell me that you have email. I will check. Then I will let you know if you haven't emailed to me. Are you okay? So clear? Any question on that? Okay. Hello, class?
Yes. Clear.
Clear? So no other problem, So PDF form, you know how to put in PDF form, correct? Okay, any question? Anyone cannot make it or whatsoever? This is 8%, Okay, now, can I move on?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to ask, have you all tried the SAT one that I have posted, the practice test? Anyone have tried it? Yeah. No, none of y'all have tried it. Okay, so you can try now the practice test. So I want to tell you the content. Okay, the paper, the exam paper, 4 questions. For 42 marks. I've set the question already. Okay, so question 1 will be about all the differentiation rule. You still remember all the rules? Okay, so you also have to know what is dy dx and so on. So this question is about, if I'm not mistaken, is about, it consists of a few parts. So I will test you all the rule. Simple rule. So what are the simple rule? Do you have it? Okay, so simple rule like, okay, I write down all the rule, so you have to remember all the rule. Okay, so tap on all these simple rule. What you need to know is you have to know how to simplify. Yeah, you must know how to simplify. So like for example, if I give you this, do you know how to simplify this? If I give you this, do you know how to simplify this as this?
Yes, you take you take the power of x minus 5x.
Yeah, so you just ask yourself. So I go slowly. If I give you this, so I go to the next page, huh? If I give you this, so do I know that this is I have to put it like that first before I start to simplify, before
Okay.
I start to differentiate. And
Okay.
I should know that. I should know that this is a constant.
Yes, because
Yeah, you just listen. And I should know that this is x, because x ln e, ln E is 1.
Got it.
So you must know how to simplify all this. So whatever question I want to ask you is up to me, but it's all tapped on the basic rule. Hello? So before you can use simple rule, you must make sure you know how to simplify that. Yeah, so the first most important thing is simplify. Another thing is, yeah, every one of us, we have to be very careful with this form. Am I right? So these are the things that you have to, in this field that you have to keep telling yourself, okay, when I practice, I make sure I simplify it. So that is called simple rule. Before you can apply simple rule, you make sure you simplify it. Okay, what else that I haven't mentioned about simplification? Anyone, can you enlighten me?
Miss,
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt you, but
no problem.
Naim said he's still in the waiting room.
I meet him already.
Okay.
So is there anything else? Because it's just shown on my screen. Okay. Yeah, anything about simplification? Can you please take out your notes at the beginning when we talk about the rules? Okay, I think that these are the few important ones that you have to take notes of. Okay, now, then after, if simple rule cannot be used, if all these simple rule cannot be used, then what will we go to? We will go to chain rule. You don't have to remember the name of the rule, but you have to remember the form. So how is the chain rule look like? It will be, we find the rate of change of a function to the power of n. Right? So it will be multiplied by the power, copy down the whole function. The function of the power take away 1, then time by the derivative of the function. So if I give you one very important thing is when you want to use chain rule, you have to remember this must be a constant. A constant can be given in any form. A constant can be given as, like for example, E, ln phi, all these are constant. Pi, e to the power 10, all these are constant. As long as it doesn't involve x, is considered as a constant. Are you clear?
Clear.
Yeah, so if I have a function given to you like that, e divided by 1 minus x. If I want to find the derivative for this, what should I do to this function? I should write it as, right? Then I
Yes.
put the dy dx. Multiply by the power take away 1, time by the derivative of whatever inside the bracket. So I got e over 1 minus x squared. Are you okay? That will be for chain rule. So you have to decide whether to use chain rule or not to use chain rule. Like for example, if I give you a question like that, am I going to use chain rule? Definitely not, because I can expand this easily. So I'm not going to use chain rule, I'm going to use simple rule. Okay? Ready to go to the next one? Any question on chain rule? So I give you some time to look through your notes on simple rule and chain rule before I go to the next one. Okay, everyone look at number 3 in the review set. To A, page 55. Okay, question 3, B. Yeah, just now Ms. No asked, right? The simple rule, right? I say, so should I use simple rule for this one? So you have to be very careful. So this is another way to simplify that just now I didn't mention. You better remember. So this will be x minus x to the power negative 1. So your dy dx 1 minus plus x to the power negative 2. That's it. So you look at here, this is 1 plus 1 over x squared. So from here, I can say is there a situation where the rate of change is 0? Is there a situation where the rate of change is 0? For this case, I can ask a question like that. So 1 plus 1 over x squared is equal to 0. dy dx equal to 0. So is it possible? The answer, therefore,
Yes.
no.
That's right.
No. Because x squared is always greater than 0. And we know that from here, the domain x cannot be 0, correct? So you will never get 0 because x squared is greater than 0. So all this you have to go and learn it up by yourself, and I have shown it to you. So review set, yeah. And if you look at review set, question 5, part B. Part B. They give you y equal to ln. This is what I tell you. What you need to do, you have to split. And this one, you have to write it as, if I'm too fast, please stop me, okay? All right? Everyone okay? Then only you start to differentiate. So doing review set is also very important, because review set give you the, so can someone tell me what is the derivative for ln x plus 3? Huh? Ln x plus 3. What is the derivative for ln x plus 3? How to?
1 over x plus 3.
Okay, 1 over x plus 3. How do you are safe? Okay, how to? Give me the next one. What is the derivative of ln x?
1 over x.
1 over x. So please. So if you look through the review set, there are a lot of questions for you to do. All right? So they mix up everything. Some of the questions we have tried it before. So please go through your review set. So anyone have any problem with, okay, if you go to question 6, part B. So which rule should I use to differentiate this? To find the rate of change function? Which rule should I use? Nicholas?
Yes.
Which rule should I use for this one? Okay, you
Polanyi.
tell me how to do. You tell me how to do. Knowing the rule, no use, but tell me how to do. Okay, dy dx equal to? Nicholas? Wow, your independent study week, you also independent, huh? Your independent is Merdeka. Hello, Nicholas, quick.
Yes.
Tell me the answer. Nicholas?
Wait, you can give me a few minutes. I'm still thinking about it.
Wow, you're really holiday. If I have the test today, I'll show flat on, I tell you. Nicholas?
Yes.
I just mentioned the rule just now. Nicholas, the rule is here.
Oh, okay.
You have to memorize, because you cannot bring in notes. Nicholas.
Teacher.
You're really holiday. Ayo, mana boleh student. Shafiq? Nicholas on holiday, still on holiday. Okay.
Yes, miss.
Shafiq? Yeah.
Using the chain rule, so
Yeah.
4 times 3x squared plus square root of x to the power of 3.
Good.
Then we have to differentiate this side. So 6x plus 1 over 2 x to the power of negative 1/2.
Yes, you are right. Nicholas, wake up. Oh, 8% a lot. I tell you, if this SAT you cannot score, right? The next SAT is going to be harder because it's talking about application. You have to know the meaning. You have to know. If the simple rule or if the rules also you cannot remember, then the second SAT you can die flat. I'm not threatening you. I'm just telling you every SAT is connected. So if the first one you didn't do, you didn't memorize the formula properly, then the second one will be affected. Are you okay? So please, I just simply pick any question from the review set. Okay? Hello? Student. Okay, now, got it? So you can go to review set 2B, also got question for you to try. So please try. Yeah, don't wait for me to tell you to do, then only you do. You are no more a small kid, please. Okay, so we have done. Then if simple rule cannot work, chain rule cannot work, then only we go to if the function is made up of the product of two functions. Okay, so product of two functions, whereby we cannot simplify. Yeah, U and V. Like if I have a product of two functions like that, I'm going to expand. Correct? So if a product of two functions, but I cannot expand it or simplify it into so that I can use simple rule or chain rule, then I will choose to use product rule or later quotient rule. Okay, so the product rule, the rule will be the back times by the differentiation of the front plus, always go with plus, the front times by the differentiation of the back. So if I give you this, okay, class, am I going to expand it? The answer is no, because even if I expand it, I still need to use product rule. Correct? I still need to use product rule here. Are you okay? So I'm going to use product rule, apply the product rule. Yeah. Okay, Amanda?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, so this, which is your U?
E power of x.
Thank you. Which is your V?
1 minus x.
Okay. So what is U prime, Amanda?
E powered of x.
Thank you. What is V prime?
Negative 1.
Good. So what is my rate of change function for Y?
In the bracket, 1 minus x
Thank you.
times e powered of x.
Yes, you are right. Plus?
E powered of x times in the bracket, negative 1.
Correct. Whenever you have a negative number, it's good to have the bit of bracket it up. You are right, Amanda. So what I can do is, here, I can factorize, correct? Yeah. So it becomes negative x e to the power x. Done. Hello? Are you okay? So that is a product rule. So you have to know when to use it and when not to use it. Okay. After you have done with your, so you can look at your textbook. The products rule. Then the fourth one will be the quotient rule. Okay, quotient rule. So quotient rule is when we have the quotient of two functions only. Okay, so the derivative for these two functions, quotient function will be differentiate the top times by the bottom. Always start from there because minus is not commutative. Do you understand the meaning of commutative? Like I have A plus B is the same as B plus A. But A minus B is not equal to B minus A. So we say they don't commute. That means if they don't commute, you cannot interchange. Are you clear? Addition and multiplication commute. Minus and division, no. All right. We have A times B is equal to B times A. But A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A. So that's why when you use quotient rule, you have to be very careful. So V prime, the whole thing over V squared. Are you okay? So when you want to use quotient rule, you have to ask yourself first. Like for example, if I give you y equal to x, 1 minus x divided by e to the power x. So may I know what is the u? Hao Xuan. Hao Xuan,
Yeah,
what is u?
1.
U is 1. Hao Xuan, are you okay?
Is u the x? Sorry, not the x. X. Sorry, e to the power of x.
What is u? Hao Xuan?
One minus x.
I tell you, hello. The whole thing on top. I told you quotient is for two functions. Hao Xuan, answer me.
Yeah. The whole thing on top.
So what is the whole thing on top?
X. 1 minus x.
Okay, x. 1 minus x. So how am I going to find u prime? Hao Xuan, continue.
U prime.
I tell you, so far I haven't raised my voice. This is the time I really raised my voice. How to find u prime? Hao Xuan.
I'm not sure. Mate.
How can you say not sure? Do you know there are certain things as a student, you in the class, you have no right to say no, not sure. Do you know that? I mentioned so many times already. I even did it just now. So are you in my class, Hao Xuan, just now?
Yes.
No, lor. From the way you respond to this question, let us be truthful to one another. Hao Xuan, you are the one who just I happen to pick. There are many others. That's why I say in the class, stay focused, don't multitask. Okay, Hao Xuan, tell me what is u prime? How Xuan, I'm not demanding. I told you already during holiday, please do something.
Yeah. Then U prime
Tell me, please.
1 minus 2x.
Yes, thank you. Just say it. I'm not going to scold you.
So fierce,
Okay,
huh?
1 minus 2x. Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to pick another person. Edina, what is the V? Edina? Edina, what is V? V? You see, Edina, every time when Miss Do call you, you are not responding. Do you know why I need to call you to respond? Do you understand? Maths is not like psychology, not like biology. You just listen and go and go and go. Maths is something that you listen. If you don't put yourself in it, you really cannot do. Kiko, you don't believe me? You go through your SAT one, then you know. No? Kiko, may I know what is the value for V? What is V?
E power x.
E to the power x. Kiko, if you don't mind, a bit louder. Okay, what is V prime?
E power x times 1.
Yeah, thank you. So this is e to the power x. Okay, so my dy dx. Okay, I'm going to pick another person. Esther. Follow the formula, Esther.
E power of x
Okay,
times 1 minus 2x.
okay. Esther, remember, Miss Do say if there is more than 2 terms,
Bracket.
put in bracket. Habit. Okay, take away.
X 1 minus x bracket.
Bracket, yes. Thank you.
V square e power of x bracket.
Okay, bottom.
E power of x bracket square.
Okay, so what you can do here is a square, correct? So this means e to the power x times e to the power x. Yeah, so e to the power x, 1 minus 2x minus x, 1 minus x, e to the power x. So what you can do is you can cancel off all the e to the power x. You can do like that. Yeah, so you have 1 minus 2x minus x squared plus x squared minus x divided by e to the power x. So then you can simplify. So please remember all this rule and learn how to simplify it. The question 1 will
Wait,
cost
teacher,
you.
is it okay to straight away write x minus 2x from the beginning? Like of dy over dx, you guess right?
Yeah. That's why I say
Oh,
this one
okay.
is better to write it like that
Okay,
before you put into here.
got it.
Okay, this question, there are many parts, about 5 parts of it, A, B, C, D, E. So it costs you 15 marks. That is your question 1. Okay, so that is question 1, 15 marks. If you go to all the review set, all the past year practice tests, you look at it, that is how you go. So you better go through. Hello? Can or not?
No, can.
So can I move to the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Question 2. I can tell you what question I want to ask you. Question 2 will be first principle. Okay, first principle, we always start with slope of a chord. AB. All right, we have the point A, X, Fx. Then we have another point B, X plus H, Fx plus H. Slope of the chord. Yeah, chord is a straight line. All right, so you have to know the meaning of the slope of the chord. What is the meaning of the slope of the chord? Average rate of change from x equal to x, that is point A, to x equal to x plus h, that is point B. Then we have, after that, you do whatever is it, then you have your f prime x is limit x approaches, h approaches 0, then here is the slope of the chord. So this is called rate of change function. If there is a specific value I put here, then I will say this is f prime A. That means this is instantaneous rate of change at x equal to A. If I ask for geometrical interpretation, then you have to say f prime A is the slope or gradient of the tangent at x equal to A. This is geometrical interpretation. So this question will cost you another 5 marks. So which function I'm going to give you, you go and check from your book. I can give you any function, but all the technique I have taught you. So in total today, I've revised 20 marks for you out of the 42 marks. So no one have the reason to fail your test. So any question that you want to ask? So the other two I will explain on Wednesday. So you please practice your practice test. I will not go through every practice test one by one. Unless you have the question, you tell me, then I will solve that problem for you. Okay, any question, class?
Miss,
Yes.
for the product rule is like V U prime plus U V prime, right?
Yes.
If I accidentally write U prime
Doesn't
V plus-
matter. Doesn't matter because product you can exchange. I told you already. Product is interchangeable because it's a plus. So if you write like that, doesn't matter. I will give you full mark because 1 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 1.
Okay.
But quotient cannot because 1 minus 2 is not equal to 2 minus 1. This is okay. Okay, anything else?
Miss,
Yes.
for the previous, can you go back to the review set 2A?
Review set 2A. Okay. Yeah, which one you want me to explain?
The one that you explained before.
Oh, the one that I explained before, review set 2A. Okay, yeah.
Why the answer is no, because x squared is bigger than 0.
Yeah, so I ask you, is it possible 1 equal to, okay, or negative 1 equal to 1 over x squared? X squared equal to negative 1. Is it possible for x squared to be negative 1?
No.
So that is the reason.
Oh, how do we know
I should put down there because x squared is always. If I put like that, is it better? Is always more than 0. More than 0. If I put like that, will it be better for you?
Yes.
Okay, so it depends on you. For me, if mathematically I know the language, if I say x squared greater than 0, this, if I put in a sentence, means x squared is always more than 0. That's why I say math is a language. You see, in English, I have to write so long, but in math, I write it short like that. That's why we say math is the simplest language. The simpler the way we write, correct? That means in our mind, we must have a lot of things in order to understand that. No, you cannot say x squared not equal to 0. But look, okay, let me give you a situation. If I have 1 minus 1 over x squared equal to 0, then this one, there is a solution. So there is a solution. 1 or x equal to negative 1. That's why you cannot say x is not equal to 0. See or not? Like this one got solution. That one no is because it's a plus. Okay, so I know that x squared is always, I write in words so that you all can, it's always more than 0. So therefore, 1 plus 1 over x squared never become 0. So therefore, no solution. Are you clear? Will that sound better to you now? That is how my mind think. But in maths, I don't have to write until so detailed. Okay, but I explain to you, I write. Okay?
Okay, Miss.
So that's why maths is something that abstract. So how we all teacher put it so that you can see it, that is how we put it. We tell you step by step how we think. Okay, done? So please, please, please do your work. Every SAT, I'm here to help you to get a good grade. So it's in your hand. I'm helping you. You don't want to be helped, I cannot do anything. Are you clear, class? I'm really, really helpless.